Tonight, a man is behind bars accused of shooting a Portsmouth police officer during a domestic violence investigation last night. 26-year-old Rakeem Christian faces 5 charges, including aggravated attempted murder of a law enforcement officer. Now, that officer has been released from the hospital and will recover.
But tonight, Alex Littlehales joins us live in Portsmouth with a better look at the punishment Christian could face. Alex.
So since the department has not dealt with a police officer injured by gunfire since 2017, they told us, police officials did, that this is simply not the kind of case that they regularly are used to as a police department. Now, you mentioned charges, and we actually learned through court records that a 3-year-old was inside the home at the time that the officer was shot. So because of that, Rakeem Christian not only faces aggravated attempted murder of that police officer, but also felony child neglect.
You're entering someone's domain. You're entering their dwelling. You're also dealing with emotion.
Portsmouth Police Detective Gino Jackson didn't think twice when he heard what happened on Pepperwood Place.
Because you never know who it's going to be. I didn't know who the officers were when I left my house. I just went.
Monday night, Portsmouth police say 2 officers responded to a tip that a woman was on her way to 26-year-old Rakeem Christian's house to pick up their child. The same caller told investigators she was concerned he was possibly holding her against her will. Christian shot one officer once in the stomach, according to records, before going back inside. When authorities searched the rest of the apartment, they say they found the gun inside the room of his 3-year-old, and that the gun was within reach of the unattended child.
So you have to think, we were called there may be a child inside that house. You have another woman that's inside of that house. If you can't see what's behind the backdrop, those officers, I believe, made the right decision in not firing into a situation where they didn't know what was behind that door.
Jackson says the 3-year-old's presence in the house just part of the reason for his felony child neglect charge. In total, 5 felonies, and it's not yet known at this time if there were other domestic calls to the house. So a legal expert told us today that the punishment for aggravated attempted murder of a law enforcement officer could carry a punishment between 20 years to life in prison. Live in Portsmouth, I'm Alex Littlehales for 13 News Now.
Alex, thank you. And Rakeem Christian denied our request to interview about last night's shooting.